Hello, hello, collective. Welcome back to New World Angel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I've decided to do something against my better judgment because, surprise, surprise, I got another new deck. It is such a problem. And I got it at the same place. I don't know, if you guys have been following me for a minute, then you'll know what I'm talking about. But I got it at the same place where I can't preview cards. And I got it at the same place where I got this one. This is the weirdest fucking deck I own. I never bring it out. Although maybe I should. But anyway, it actually turned out to be a really good one this time. So it inspired me to do, get this, a Summer Lovin reading. But not like this is for signs, a signed Summer Lovin. So romantic relationships. Okay? I am going to go through all the signs, even though it's going to take me a minute. I just feel like, why not? By the time I get done with it, we'll be fully into June, and it's perfect timing. Plus, with enough time in between so I don't get burnt out before I do the second half of the year signed readings. Okay, I am not going to pull any of my cards for these readings. For the most part, it's going to be straight up tarot, and I'll probably end up like incorporating some of these other decks, but I'm not going to include my deck. So, with that being said, we're going to get kicked off. And because we're in Taurus season right now, we're going to go ahead and pull for Taurus first. Okay, so I really didn't think this through a whole lot. I liked pulling the Black Moon Astrology Tarot and the other signed readings. Okay, so I'm going to pull one of these, and this is going to be for what energy you're currently in, and then what energy you need to get into in order to manifest whatever it is that you're trying to manifest. So if you are looking for a romantic relationship, the card will be geared towards that. If you are not looking for a romantic relationship, then maybe you shouldn't watch these readings for right now. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. What is my Taurus collective's energy right now? The ones that are looking for summer love. And summer love doesn't have to be some long, drawn-out thing, you know? It could just be a summer romance, if that's what you want. So, what is my Taurus collective's energy right now? The ones that are looking for summer lovin'. Taurus is earth, very practical. Whatever in front of me. And I'm not saying that like, you know, you are like go with the wind type because you're an earth sign. Very practical in nature, but you're focused on what is in front of you, what you see. Okay, coming on strong then. We have Venus energy. And Venus is the sign that rules Taurus. So you are fully in your element right now. Venus is it's the planet of love. It's also femininity, divine feminine. So that's the energy that you're in. We love that. Yeah, beauty, art, culture. Also giving Empress vibes. So finances are super important, but certainly like love, the things that you love to do, the people that you love to see, the places that you love to go. the experiences that you love to have. Like, what interests you? What brings out, like, what gets you excited? Tarot gets me excited. What gets you excited? That sort of thing. And right now, for you, you're fully embodying your full-blown Taurus energy, and we love that. It's like, how can we... Oh, something's in my eye. How can we improve upon that to get you into, you know, an energy that would bring something else in? Like, if that's what I feel like I don't even need to pull one, but we're going to. What, for my Taurus collective, what energy do they need to start to embody in order to bring in whatever it is they're looking for in love? Work. Love for the work that you do, too. Love for your life. The life that you've cultivated. What energy does my Taurus collective need to get into? And these aren't going to be as long as they normally are. We'll see about that, but I'm going to try to cut them back a bit so that I can actually get through these. What energy does my Taurus collective need to get into? Pluto, transformation, number 11. I get this as needing to embrace change, but in what way, I don't know. Pluto rules the underworld, like the currents that flow underneath. So, I get it. I get this more so as like intuiting your partners, or like intuiting the things that your partner would want or need to incite transformation. And even for you, like intuiting what you need in order to bring about change. So if you feel like you've been dating the same type of person, or you keep finding yourself in like the same cycle and you're trying to switch things up, like you're trying to go for something different, this is saying embrace not only the shadow aspects of yourself, but those of others too. So like maybe not writing people off like at the first sign of, I don't know why indiscretion comes to mind, but that is the word that came up. Like embracing like their and your lower vibrational maybe tendencies first of all, but then also like the shadow aspects, the things that would give you an ick typically, like trying to see beyond that at face value. And I'm not saying like, just, totally throw red flags out the door. This is embracing it and then using your intuition to decide whether or not it's good for you. Which kind of feel like for an earth sign too, that is totally not your MO, because you are what is right in front of you. What you see is what you get. And what this is telling you is that, that's not the case. Don't judge a book by its cover. That is my whole story wrapped up in one freaking card. Don't judge a book by its cover. So when you see somebody initially and you get like a sense of like you already know who they are, you don't. Embrace that. And embrace the fact that you don't actually know. We're getting deep on this one. Okay, let me talk to you about this new deck I got. So I just bought it like blind. Ooh, blind date. I get blind date energy. Oh, I need to make that card. Hold on. Blind date. We love that. Okay. But yeah, I get blind date too. Maybe you've even gone out on a few blind dates and like you judged them initially, like right off the bat, and so you wrote them off, only like you don't want to miss out on an opportunity for doing so, I think, is what that is telling you. Like, don't let your own visions of who you claim this person to be initially to then just write the person off. It doesn't get you anywhere. That's how you end up in karmic cycles. That is a karmic cycle in and of itself. Ooh, now we're getting somewhere. That's the karmic cycle you need to overcome, Taurus. You're judging people too soon and you're missing out on opportunities. Or you could be. Maybe this is a forewarning. All right. Oh, I got this deck not knowing. It was blind. And it did turn out to be a good one. It is called the Romantic Tarot. And I interview my cards every time I get them. Sounds crazy, but it's not. You can actually figure out a lot about cards. So first I interviewed the cards like what is your energy that you're giving off? Wands all across the table. It was all like fire, fire, fire. And I get Latin lover from this. Hold on. Yeah. That's what I got from the interview too. And then I was like, well, how best should I use this deck of cards? Like, when do I bring it into play? And the answer was you do it when the Queerant You Collective, if you're coming to me and you're asking me, like if you have thoughts or feelings that maybe your partner's entertaining a third party, this would be a good use of it. But also like how to get into a reciprocal, healthy relationship. Imagine that. Yeah. That's what this deck is used for. So here we go. First time using it. Oh, maybe you're gonna take my advice and it's going to be like a first time for you. I like it. That's growth already, my love. All right. Wait, hold on. I need to figure out what. You want Taurus. Tell us what is currently in the forecast for Taurus's summer love. Like, what's currently in your energy? And then I'll get advice on how to potentially change that. Although I feel like the first two cards gave us a shit ton of information already. Okay. And then the number 11 on Pluto. Yes, it is the sign of Aquarius. But, you know, 1 and 1 is 2, and 2 I get as partnership. Like, so this transformation that we're talking about and not judging a book by its cover, if you can embrace that and embrace the fact that you do have a tendency to judge right off the bat, or maybe you have in the past and you're already trying, like you've already identified it and you're trying to overcome that right now. But this transformation will incite the healthy partnership to come in. All right, so we asked, we want to see what's currently in the forecast for Taurus's Summer Lovin. Currently in the forecast. Summer Lovin', having a blast. Ooh, fiery. 4 of Swords. Okay. Funny, my last reading pulled this up initially too. This is contemplation. I feel this is also like contemplation in the fact that, like, you want, I almost get like double date energy. Maybe you're planning a double date. Or maybe you're just in quiet contemplation about wanting a different style of partnership. Like, this is very, like, old school and romantic, and, you know, like, they're out dancing in their, what I would think in their, you know, party attire. And I feel like that's something that, maybe even that is a transformation for you. Either way, you're just sort of like contemplating about maybe your thoughts on wanting a relationship even. You know, it's interesting, like, because I just went through a divorce, you tend to, like, fall off the map. Maybe you've experienced this too if you've gone through a divorce or just like a breakup in general. But, like, you tend to fall off the map with your coupled friends. You know what I mean? Like, it's like they don't, oh, we shouldn't invite this person. They're going to be the fifth wheel or, like, the seventh wheel, whatever. Which is bullshit. It's like you guys are the one outcasting this person. But regardless, maybe you're in contemplation about the fact that, like, you're missing out on opportunities because, like, you're not coupled up. And it's wanting you to transform that. Either way, I do get, like, rest, meditation, just maybe quiet contemplation even. What else is it? I don't know why I put it so far back. Oh, maybe you put it on the back burner for a long time. What else is in Taurus's energy? Or maybe you're even, like, asking friends to set you up. And that's where the double date is going to come from. Mutual friends, possibly. The World. Contemplating an ending. Oh. Oh, you're single right now. And you are contemplating wanting to have, like, to get back into a relationship. You did. You ended a very long cycle. Something that could have been, like, several decades, like, long. Oh, remember, that's what I was just saying. I didn't even, like, know that you had ended something when I was talking about when you become single and your friends, your coupled friends, like, are not. That's wild. God. These gifts, man, they're only getting stronger, too. It's insane. What else is in? But yeah, you're contemplating the fact that you're on your own. You're happy. You're definitely doing the damn thing. You've got plenty to celebrate and plenty to enjoy. Maybe you're even drinking right now if you are on vacation. And I only say that because of the Four of Swords. You're just, like, taking a break, maybe. Or it is 5 right now, so, or actually almost 6, so maybe you're done with work and you're just, like, getting home and resting. Eight of Swords. maybe you're trying to, maybe you're even a little bit fearful. I get fearful about getting back out there a little bit. Like the thought of a blind date gives you an ick. Or you're just like not into it. That's not your normal MO. Yeah, the thought of it is like, God, it sounds awful. What if this person shows up and they're a total dud? You know what I mean? And you're like, fuck, now I have to spend dinner with them looking at their ugly mug. Surely your friends wouldn't set you up with somebody disgusting. Hopefully. Unless they just wanted to see you squirm in a very weird way. Okay, I just made up that whole scenario in my head. But yeah. Okay, what else is in? What else is in the collective's energy right now? Yeah, it's like every time you think about getting coupled up or the thought of getting back out there, it kind of takes you back because you're just like, ugh. It's a lot of work. A little bit. A little bit. I get that. Ooh. This was the guy that pulled up in the beginning when I was interviewing the deck. Yeah, the thought of it, in one way you want it, and then in another way you're slightly fearful about it, but either way, like, look at this guy. He appreciates, this is Venus energy to me, even though it's the King of Wands. Like, there's something about you appreciate, maybe I'm talking to a divine masculine right now, and I only say that because this guy is staring at the statue of the woman, which basically is Venus embodied in a statue. You know, she looks like, she looks like Venus energy. You have an appreciation for the human form, let's just say, because you can be a woman in King of Wands energy, in which case King of Wands energy is super fiery, charismatic, funny, leadership, like you tend to stand out in the crowd. But when it comes to relationships, maybe you just have a big energy there too, like you just have a really big heart, which Tauruses do. They love hard. But yeah, you have a serious appreciation for just like art and culture and, why do I get like adventure? Or like you're adventurous. Yeah, it's like you're adventurous enough to entertain the idea of being set up on a blind date. It makes you a little bit fearful, but I feel like you're gonna go for it anyway. Regardless of the fear. Even though you're like happily single. You know, like you could or you couldn't. Like it doesn't matter to you. I think the biggest thing to you at this point would be like connection, like partnership connection, either on a sexual level or if you did just get out of a relationship or have been out of a relationship for a minute and you haven't really put yourself out there, then just possibly just being horny, you know? It's like, I need to fucking get laid. Which I also get. Too much information. All right, so that's currently where you're at. Tell us I want to know what's gonna happen in the future. Like, I want spirit, angels, and ancestors for our Taurus collective, like, show us what the summer looks like for them at the current moment. What does their summer romance look like? This could be somebody actually in your energy already, or, you know, the cards may just say that, like, no, you plan to remain single, or like that's what the cards are telling us. So this will be a good indicating factor as to whether or not, like, you are embracing the change, or, you know, are just sort of remaining where you're at. Which I get it. Like, if it's been a long time, then, and the thought just like exhausts you about like even being set up, then maybe you just don't even want to. Like, your summer romance is with yourself. I have the door open and now I have critters in my house. Okay. Tell us what is currently in the summer romance. What's on the summer romance docket for our Tauruses? This is the Knight of Swords, okay. I feel like, yeah, you're just kind of like waiting for the right moment to strike. So maybe you have somebody in mind, or you already have like your friends possibly working behind the scenes to get something set up. Either way, you're gonna get a message soon. It doesn't have to be today, but there is communication coming in, and you're just sort of like watching, waiting. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, you're taking things slow. Like, you're not in any sort of rush whatsoever. Whatsoever. But this guy is like, he's stable. Even though he moves slow for a purpose. That's you in a nutshell. It's like, practicality may be boring, but it serves a purpose. You're like, I'm just kind of like doing my thing until something comes along and I get like a nudge to do something about it. Until then, I'm just gonna take my horse to water and, you know, go about my merry little way and not really worry about it. You're like, I'll know a good thing when it comes along. That's the Knight of Pentacles. Like, he knows what to invest in when he sees it. But that's the thing about the Knight of Pentacles, and what we learned about the Pluto transformation shit, is that you're gonna know the right thing when it comes along if it's packaged right. But are you gonna know the right thing if it's packaged right, or if it's packaged wrong on the outset, and then you don't even get to the part to where like you can take it deeper and see if you're even interested after the fact? Like, yes, I agree. There is something to like a person's physicality and being attracted to them. Absolutely. But maybe they're having an off fucking day when you see them. And it's like, don't judge a book by their cover. That's what I get. Yeah, you'll know what to invest in when it's right, but don't be deceived. Don't be deceived by a pretty face. Don't get deceived by just the package. It's all the features on the inside. That's it. You might pleasantly surprise yourself by how attracted you get to somebody's intellect and personality. And if they have a pretty package on the outside, added bonus. That is what physicality should be in a relationship, is that the prettiness factor is an added bonus. But our problem with society now is that, and our apps too, our dating apps, is that it's so easy to pass. But I thought about this when I got onto Hinge. I'm no longer on it. Not for any other reason other than the fact that like it felt like work. But it's so easy to just like swipe, and you're like, no. Like I literally went through like, I don't even know, over 300 people. That's why it felt like work. And maybe a handful of them I kept around. And the entire time I was thinking, how many good people am I missing out on because I can't get past their looks? And also, men, okay, this is just a message for any man on a dating app, or in general, honestly. Y'all need to start taking better pictures of yourselves. Okay? The representation of like what you look like why are men posting such weird fucking profile photos? Same with women too, but like for men, just like, why did you think that was a good idea to post that as your dating profile pic? And my mind goes to the man I saw with a whole like home full of raccoons. That was his profile pic. Like, are you really pulling anyone out there other than the one woman that's obsessed with raccoons and thinks it's awesome? And maybe that's what he was going for, but I actually reached out to him because I was so curious as to why he chose that photo that I was like, what's the deal with the raccoons? And he was like, oh, I just thought it was a cool picture. You're an idiot. Maybe this is why I'm not dating. But like, seriously, y'all need to get it together. This is the year that the divine masculine fucking wakes up, and I plan to make that fucking happen. All right, so yeah, you think you know a good thing when it comes along, but do yous? I don't know. You're also stubborn too, so getting you to transform might be more difficult than you're anticipating. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Hope you like challenges. Maybe that's what you're looking for. You're looking for it. I got chills. I think I discovered who you are. Yeah, you went for the easy pull before, which, I mean, we've all done it. You know, there's no harm, no foul, but where did that get you? That's what you need to ask yourself. And maybe you did, and that's why you found yourself. First of all, like Tauruses, nothing against you guys, but you're so practical that not a whole hell of a lot of you would find yourselves on a tarot channel. I get a lot more like air signs and fire signs. And that's not to say that Tauruses don't watch me at all. That's totally not true. I'm just saying that like you guys are so practical, and if you have even more earth in your natal chart, the chances of you finding yourself on my channel are very slim. So if you have stayed with me thus far, I hope you take this to heart, and if I'm resonating with you. Because I want you to have love in your life. All right, what else can, okay, so you're watching, waiting. You are moving ahead though. We'll see if it's towards somebody. Eight of coins. You're headed off. Yes. This is what you're looking for. You're like, I just want to have somebody that will be, what did I say about adventures earlier? Somebody who wants to explore and literally just let loose and have fun, have a good time, maybe near water. And so I can just, you know, enjoy my time with them and spend some money on them too. I feel like that's your MO. Yeah, you're happy all by yourself, but you're like, this would be great if I had somebody with me by my side that I enjoyed, you know, that was fun to have around, you know, is the type that's up for just adventure. Three of Cups. Yeah, and somebody who's not going to fucking cheat on me or put me in some sort of like weird third party that I didn't want to be involved in. Or maybe you did, I don't know. But yeah, you're like, I just want to have fun with somebody who's not going to entertain other suitors, like behind my back in secret type. Doesn't it look like he's going into a brothel? Kind of. Strip clubs? Have you been meeting your people at strip clubs? Let's hope not. Maybe, I don't know. Or maybe that's just like what you're doing to bide your time, and those are the people that you tend to meet at the moment, and you're like, that's not what I'm looking for at all. They like to have a good time, but like not the way that I want them to. They're not the take-home type. What else? Seven of Cups. Yeah. Somebody who's not going to play fucking games and who's not going to cheat on me. Like, is that so fucking hard to ask? That's literally what you're asking for this summer. Or that's what's in your energy right now. Like, just a fun... Like, why can't we just have, like, a fun summer romance and just enjoy one another? And, like, make light of it. So that we can, like, really run away from, you know, whatever you went through. I also get that, like, you're just taking your time with healing from the past, too. And you're like, I'm just looking to have some fun, you know. I'm not, like, trying to go behind somebody's back while they're not looking and, like, stir up any sort of confusion. But if you are finding yourselves in, like, strip clubs or meeting people, like, whatever means that you have been meeting current people, it hasn't been working out for you. And so, yeah, it's just caused, like, disruption and like, unnecessary confusion about, like, where you stand or where things are going. And you're just fucking over it. You're like, that's childish. We love that for you. Well, let's just ask, like, what can our Taurus collective look forward to this summer when it comes to romance? Or when it comes to your manifestations, let's say that. Because this is a good example of you thoroughly enjoying your singlehood and just wanting to have a good time. So, you know, I don't necessarily see hardcore, like, I'm really trying to get out there, you know, I'm really putting myself out there and it's not working out. Like, I get, no, like, if it comes, I'll take it if I feel like it's a good opportunity. If not, then it is what it is. I picked that up, but do I want it? Yep. What can the collective look forward to this summer when it comes to romance? Maybe, you could be a little bit cynical, too, about the past. Like, because of what you came from, and potentially, like, however long it went on for, yeah, there could be, like, a bit of cynicism, too. And even if you have gone out, like, on a couple of dates and they didn't work out, that probably factors into cynicism a little bit more. All right, what can the collective look forward to the more that they embrace this change of mentality? or just the change in how you're going about looking for whatever you want. Yeah, and possibly even I don't know what I was going to say. I've really been losing my train of thought today in a weird way. I don't like it. Mercury is retrograde, so, and I'm a Gemini. That affects me a lot. Yeah, you just want something like, you don't want to take things too fast. You certainly don't want to go too slow, but you're like, what I'm looking for is not that hard. Like somebody to just have a little fun with, go on adventures with, and like, hey, if they don't cheat or entertain like other people or like wear masks with me, that would be fucking great. Okay, so tell us what the collective can look forward to this summer regarding their manifestations in love. Five of Cups. Yeah, this is the cynicism I was talking about. Like, hold on. I think the next card will really inform. This is, you can look forward to moving out of that cynicism this summer. It's literally what the cards say. Like, you're moving forward. You're charting a new path for yourself. And it's transforming your heart, the way you feel about love. Like, you won't be so cynical. Yeah. Five of Wands. And you can look forward to more peace. Like 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, because you left the situation that you were in, you get to look forward to peace and solace, like not fighting, not bickering, not going back and forth about, you know, what are you hiding from me? Who are you talking to? Or whatever the fuck. Like, who are you entertaining on the side? Like, what are you doing when I'm not with you? That threw you into fucking cynicism. Yeah, this is you're changing your mind. You get to look forward to like you're transforming from the inside how you feel about the relationship of the past. And the more you do that, the more you stand in like your healthy 9 of Cups, which is just being happily single and owning it. You'll come out of the cynicism and just like the ick of even thinking about wanting to date again. Like you're consciously making the decision to move beyond that. You're deciding for yourself to do that. Because you realized, or you will realize, that you're just hurting yourself. Like if you are actually wanting a relationship, yet the energy that you're putting out into the world says everything about it gives me the ick, then nothing's gonna change. So embracing the transformation and embracing the fact that, like, not judging a book by its cover can open up, maybe you're just really picky, can open up a whole lot more doors for you. You know, like, I get, like, broadening your horizons around, like, who could be a good fit for you. And you're taking things slow about it, but the more that you own that, and the more that you, like, come to terms with the fact that you're like, no, I do want love. I just want a healthy love. And the people from my fucking past, like, they were real shitheads about it. And they kind of turned me off from even, like, wanting that or even wanting to entertain that in my life, that, like, I totally gave up. And this is saying, no, what you get to look forward to is, like, you're healing. You'll get over the relationship from the past. And the more that you do so, the more that your heart changes about not only you actually wanting to get into a relationship again, but who you might want to get into a relationship to. Like, maybe kind of, I don't want to say, like, put your past partners into, like, categories, because that's not it, but, like, finding the connection between your past. Like, what's the underlying current with all of them? What was the initial attraction factor? There's some sort of correlation there between all of your exes. What was the correlation there? How did it end up? Because I bet there's also connections between how each of those have ended up too. And then transforming, once you sort of see that for yourself, transforming in a way where it's like, no, I have control over this. You have a lot more control than you think you do. And I think you will get to that place of control, the more that you not only, like, control your mindset about it, but also maybe even temper your expectations too. You could be the type, because you do love hard, that, like, you fall in love pretty fast. Like, you're picky. So then when somebody comes along that, like, you're attracted to or you're interested in, maybe you don't know them super well, but you get, like, tied to them relatively easily, and that's the factor that, like, you're transforming. And the more you're single and you're comfortable in your singlehood, like, your wants and needs change. Anything else? And you won't be so fearful too. You won't be fearful about, like, am I gonna choose wrong? And I'm not saying that you've chosen wrong in the past, because there's only so much that you can know. Like, you could date somebody or, like, be married to somebody and feel like you know them. This is how people get murdered. You feel like you know them so freaking well, and then all of a sudden the rug's pulled out from underneath you, and you're like, this person was the worst fucking person, like, ever. I get, like, not being a martyr for the relationship against your own value system. Anything else that the collective can look forward to? Three of Cups. You get to look forward to just, like, living it up, having fun, celebrations, like, enjoying your friends, going out with your single friends. Look, we're all single. Nobody has a couple. That's also Venus right there. Like, letting your friends help you. I think what this is telling you is you need to embrace a blind date idea. Like, embrace what your friends are trying to help you out with, even though you're like, I don't know, their partners don't seem amazing. Why would I trust them to choose somebody for me? And it's like, well, they're not choosing somebody for you. You're choosing somebody for you, and you just gotta look beyond the initial package. Your friends are just pulling the initial package. And that's the easiest part. Anything else? And just loving yourself too. Like loving the fact that you're single and that you get to go out dancing with your girlfriends. And not be like self-conscious about looks. That's what I get. Anything else? Justice. Yeah. That is what will balance things out for you. That'll bring about, that'll rid you of any sort of cynicism or just like lack of desire even to put yourself out there again. Like to enjoy yourself, enjoy your life, enjoy your friends without a partner, even though like knowing that you do want to find somebody in the future and that you will allow your friends to help you out with that and that you're gonna try to look beyond the initial, the money maker here, the face. So, that's what I got for you guys. This was a good one to start off our Summer Lovin' readings. I hope this was helpful. You have to let me know if you actually ended up employing this and it did help tremendously. So, I love you guys. I will see y'all soon. Bye.